College and university classrooms are a little empty today in Quebec, and that's because large-scale rallies and class boycott in the province. Take a look. This is a live shot of the streets of Montreal right now. It's all part of student opposition to a planned increase in tuition fees. The government says the increase is necessary and won't back down. Lynn Robson joins us from the streets of Montreal right now. Tell us what's happening. It looks pretty impactful, Lynn.
There's about 20,000 people in the street, they estimate. That's only about 10% of the people who said they were going to show up, that they declared themselves in opposition to the fee hikes, the tuition hikes. So it's not the greatest turnout by the organizers' point of view, but the whole streets, the downtown streets of Montreal are blocked off, and the eastern part of downtown is pretty much shut down for this. The students have been winding their way through the streets. They started off in the East End, and they're going to wind up in front of the Premier's office, which is down on Sherbrooke Street, one of the busiest streets in Montreal. The students are facing about $325 a year increase over each of the next 5 years. And they say that in these tough economic times is enough to put a lot of students off from being able to afford college or university. And so they say they are in total opposition to it, although even after all of those 5 years of tuition hikes would be imposed, they would still not have reached the average tuition of most Canadian students. Most Quebec's taxpayers, according to surveys, are in favor of the tuition fees rising because they have been frozen for most of the last 43 years in Quebec, which is why Quebec students enjoy right now the lowest tuition fees for university. It has been extremely peaceful so far, and to the point where pedestrians are still able to pass on the sidewalks, and the students have been kept to the middle of the road. But it's only been, the full demonstration only started about an hour and a half ago, and it doesn't look like it's going to wrap up for the next few hours, and we'll see what happens when they get down to the Premier's office.
All right, Lynn, thanks for this. Lynn Robson in Montreal.